Hey YouTube, what's up? This your boy Ray Mack. Today we're gonna do some summertime coleslaw, and this is gonna be an easy recipe. I mean, really an easy recipe. So I got one head of cabbage, but I'm not gonna use the whole head of cabbage. And I did went and I washed up the cabbage a little bit. So I got some leaves over here that I want to go ahead and basically discard or whatever, because some people like the darker leaves. I just don't like the darker leaves on my cabbage. So the first thing that I do, as you can see, this core part, I want to cut this stem off right here, and go ahead and I want to start cutting down on this here cabbage. So what I do is I take my knife and then I go straight down. All right, and I am going to use a processor with this knife. So when you're cutting on this cabbage and you might have like a little hard core, and you see how the knife is angled down, you might want to be a little bit careful with how you're doing this, especially if your knife is sharp. So what you could do is come up, go into the middle with the knife away from you a little bit, standing back, and just work it, and then spin that cabbage around. I'm just giving you a tip of how you can cut this cabbage, and if it's harder in the center part to cut, so you don't cut yourself, you don't hurt yourself, you don't have to run to the hospital because you're bleeding all over the place. And that's basically it. All right. So like I said, I want to get rid of some of the darker leaves, and then the easy method for that is this way. So if you can see right here with that core, there's a V. All right, there's a V right there in that core. I just want to take my knife and guide it down. I'm not putting so much pressure in it, you know what I'm saying, to where it's like I'm going to cut myself. And as you can see, the core just popped out. That's how that core just popped out right there. All right, so to get rid of that, and since I'm only going to use just this particular part, I'm not going to use this cabbage, this half. So I'm just going to move that to the side for another purpose. So we're going to take our half a cabbage, and I want to discard the outer edges, and this is perfect. Okay, so now what I want to do, since I'm going to use my food processor, the only thing I really want to do is just basically cut these up in chunks, or you can shred it or however you like, you know what I mean. So that's all I want to do right now, and then I want to just turn it around, and I can come this way. And that's about it. So now what we're gonna do, y'all, we're gonna take this and put it into our food processor, and then we're gonna go from there. So let's continue to get that one going right now. Okay, family, so now I got my food processor. I wanna take the cabbage and just put it in. Now you could do this by hand if you like. If you don't have a food processor, if you got like a smaller food processor, that'll definitely work, or whatever the case may be. And we're just gonna make some good slaw. Now if you want to add onions to this or carrots, you could definitely do so. I just want to put my top onto this right now. Okay, now what I want to do is I just want to give this a pulse chop. Everything might not come out as fine as you want it, but it'll all work together. It'll all work out. So what I want to do now is just get some of these bigger pieces incorporated. Just move them around. See if I can get them a little closer to the bottom. And be careful with those blades. I think I packed in a little just too much. So if you got some of these bigger pieces that didn't chop out, that's cool. Just move them out. We ain't gonna have a headache or lose our minds over it. Now let me break down the list of ingredients. So we got the half shredded cabbage, fresh cabbage. And then we have some mayo, 3/4 cups of mayo. And we have 2 tablespoons of white sugar. And we also have 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar with 1 teaspoon of black pepper and also 1 teaspoon of kosher salt and 1 teaspoon of garlic and herb seasoning. So we're going to go ahead and mix up this here recipe right now, so don't go nowhere.